Holy moly, that's some unexpected power over there. Hello, what is up guys, I'm your host Gordon and welcome to another one of my video. What I got over here is a pretty interesting blaster over here. Apparently this thing over here is a belt-fed M416 or something like a M249 saw, like it is in between those. Kinda weird. And the performance of this blaster is surprisingly not bad. Watch until the end of the video. Recently I went to a little bit of a warehouse hunting in Mac Potato's headquarters, and throughout the pile of boxes I found one of these blasters. By the way, thank you Mac Potato for the blaster over here. Mac Potato is a local Malaysia online foam dub blaster seller who sells rare imported foam dub blaster, as rare as this one though. So if you guys are interested with one of these, I will try my best to provide the link in the description down below. In the box, we got the blaster itself, a buttstock, a handguard, bipod, a fixed suppressor, a fixed scope, the belt, battery and charger, 24 darts, and a manual. To install the handguard, align it with the receiver, and twist it in place. Same go with the buttstock. The battery compartment is located at the bottom of the grip. Open up the cover, pull out the wire, connect the battery, put the battery in, close the cover, friction fit the fixed suppressor, slide in the bipod, and the scope. This is how you put in the darts into the belt, slide in the belt, and this is how the blaster looks like with everything installed. Okay, first look at the blaster. As you can see, the aesthetic of the blaster is kind of confusing at first glance. Kind of looks like one of those M416Ds. Kind of looks like one of those M249 as well, due to the belt fed system, as well as the girthy handguard over here. What actually caught my eyes of this blaster, I mean the whole reason why I got this blaster in the first place, is the name of the box. I mean the name of the blaster is so weird, it actually caught my attention. The name of the blaster is called the Nerf gun. That's probably one of the most ghetto or lazy naming scheme for this blast over here, man. Nerf gun. Well, currently I'm working on a project. Maybe I'm gonna call it the Golden Gun. And of course, the second thing that actually caught my eyes the moment that I opened the box is this massive charging hand over here, which acts as a manual prime, which is actually surprisingly comfortable to pull. And let us get back to the blaster. Okay, the build quality of this blaster, I would say it is fairly decent. Toy quality plastic, pretty solid in the same time. And there is some questionable, I mean in a good way, use of materials in this blaster. I mean, as you can see, the entire blaster comes with quite a lot of accessory. And as usual, most of these imported blaster comes with one of these obnoxiously long fake suppressor, just to make this whole blaster looks a little bit more intimidating. Because, you know, the longer the better. Like, the entire body of the blaster is made out of, like, you know, ABS plastic, and even like the fake scope over here made out of ABS plastic. This suppressor over here is actually made out of nylon. I mean, holy moly. Speaking of priority, but at least this time, other than the nylon silencer over here, I mean, at least this time they actually prioritize putting in a proper bipod. I mean, yes, this bipod is made out of plastic, but at least this is not one of those flimsy looking bipod. This is sort of usable and aesthetically pleasing in the same time. And speaking of our priority, let us go on with the Picatinny rail. As you can see, the blaster comes with a lot of Picatinny rail. We got a whole roll of Picatinny rail on top of the blaster. We got Picatinny rail on both top and bottom of the handguard over here. Of course, we got both Picatinny rail on left and right of the blaster. I mean, the Picatinny rail on both left and right of the blaster is actually made out of nylon. I mean, seriously, these Picatinny rail on the left and rights are actually made out of some pretty high quality nylon. That's a pretty questionable priority over there. There is a front iron sight over here, but unfortunately there is no rear iron sight. So basically what you can do is probably trust the scope over here, like aligning it with the front side, because there is no crosshair in there. The belt of this blaster over here is surprisingly solid. I mean, compared to the belt that I felt before on my previous videos, this actually felt a lot more higher quality. I mean, other than the performance of this blaster, right now I'm actually surprised with the build quality as well. And by the way, speaking of aesthetics, I mean, the receiver of the blaster over here kind of looks like a stripe as well. Take a look at the grip over here. The grip of the blaster, pretty comfortable. Trigger pull, very nice and smooth. Just that this is not a flywheel blaster. This is more of an AEG mechanism kind of a blaster, more like one of those Stampede internals. Alright, back to the blaster. The blaster over here, unfortunately, it did not come with an adjustable buttstock. It looks like it is an adjustable buttstock, but it is just a decorative piece over here. But shouldering the buttstock is actually not too bad because of the size of this blaster over here. I mean, look at that, man. This blaster is actually pretty long. Shouldering this blaster is actually kind of comfortable. I mean, if you try to shoulder the blaster while priming the blaster, is actually perfectly fine. Whew, that was pretty accurate though. And speaking about firing, the blaster actually comes with two firing mode. Of course, we got the manual mode as well as the full auto mode. Pretty decent rate of fire, I would say. Speaking about the belt over here, if you don't like it dangled on the blaster just like so, you can actually connect both sides of the belt to form an infinite circle. And the darts that came with the blaster, at first glance, you might think that this is one of those standard, normal, full-length Nerf darts. But unfortunately, you are wrong. I mean, these are proprietary darts that came with the blaster. It is a lot slimmer than the original Nerf dart. I mean, I have two darts here for comparison. This is like the regular half-length dart, and this is the included darts. As you can see, the thickness is a lot different. I mean, the normal half-length darts is a lot thicker than the proprietary darts that came with the blasters. And of course, that's all for the quirks and features of this blaster. Next will be probably one of the most exciting part for me, which is the performance testing. So without further ado, let us go test the blaster out. Okay, we are back, guys. So the performance of the blaster is actually pretty good. I mean, this blaster can actually fire from 81 FPS all the way to 85 FPS. This is some Nerf rival performance. Other than that, the accuracy of the blaster is surprisingly accurate. I mean, you can even hit a target in 6 to 7 meters with respectable accuracy. So far, operating this blaster, I did not encounter any jams at all, which is a good thing. And the belt sliding is actually pretty smooth. And of course, last but not least, will this blaster passes the wall test? And the answer is a big yes. This blaster actually passes the wall test with flying colors. Just that the color of this blaster might look a little bit intimidating. You might want something like an orange tip at the front. You can even paint the blaster to something much more, you know, outdoor friendly. So yeah, I guess that's it for the blaster. So if you guys like this video, feel free to smash the like button because I definitely need those to fight the YouTube algorithm. I'll be posting video every Saturday and probably once in a while on Wednesday if you're into shorts. So do remember to click on the subscribe button as well as the notification bell. So yep, Gordon's checking out and I'm going to see you guys in the next video. Adios, guys!